The most recent project by Lola Conguelos, daughter of Kelly Ripa and Mark Conguelos, enthralled her fans. An update on social media. The talented 24-year-old singer-songwriter who splits her time between New York and London recently posted an eerie photo of herself in a nightgown. The photo, shot from above, captured the delicate pink clothing and her serene position in bed. Her light-colored clothing contrasted sharply with her dark hair and dazzling blue eyes. This selfie was accompanied by a photo of horses grazing in a pasture, and Lola simply captioned it, "Nightgown Horse." The impeccable taste of Kelly and Mark's only daughter, Lola, has been much lauded for quite some time. The self-assurance with which Lola wears her clothes is something that her mother, Kelly, has publicly praised. Lola, in my opinion, has one of the most distinctive and distinctly her sense of style, Kelly remarked, adding that she is positively surprised by Lola's outfit choices every time. As she compared her girls' childhoods to her own, Kelly reflected on her own youth. "I was her age when I visited all the antique stores and was able to make a lot of use of the items I discovered. And I always see her doing it," Kelly shared with her child. "For some reason, you manage to look both young and sophisticated at the same time. You also exude an irreverent, rock and roll vibe, which is something I wish I could muster when I was your age." In addition to her home in London with her long-term partner, Cassius Kidian, musician Lola splits her time between New York and London. Her most recent track, 2024 as The Watcher, following her debut hit, Paranoia Silver Lining, which was released in 2022. Kelly has also playfully implied that, due to their distinct upbringings, Lola was the preferred child above Michael and Witchine. "Don't tell our sons about what I'm about to tell you. But if they knew, they'd never guess how much more we spent on Lola," Kelly joked, asserting that Lola got better care and food. The TV host said during an appearance on Kelly and Mark, "It seemed like this was the perfect place for you to try on your brother's old clothes from 8 years ago. You should be alright if you roll up the bottoms. Lola, on the other hand, would approach you, Mark, or one of the grandparents if I refused to give it to her." They both agreed, and Kelly tacked on that she's good at finalizing deals. That competency set was once jaw-dropping. On the Let's Talk Off Camera with Kelly Ripa podcast, Lola spoke honestly about how she relied on her parents during a tough moment, despite her famous self-assurance. "Personally, I don't think I was really pleased throughout my first year of college. According to Lola, I was going through a bit of a thing and I really felt like the only people I could speak to were my parents. Common parental advice was something she thought about. Your parents are just like everyone else. They will tell you over and over again that you'll be sorry you ignored them when you were younger. And now I'm thinking, oh my, I completely get it," she remarked. "At that point, I realized that I didn't care about anyone's opinion but my parents." On her mom's podcast, Let's Talk Off Camera with Kelly Ripa, she shared an honest experience that gave listeners a rare and uplifting glimpse behind the scenes of a life that most people assume is sheltered. Lola spoke into detail about her challenging first year at NYU, describing a feeling of loneliness that many first-year students endure, but which was heightened for her by her family's public-facing lifestyle. "I don't want to put any extra stress on my other high school friends, but it's hard because we're all going through the same thing," Lola explained. She even made a half joke about how her pals are surely having a blast because they made fantastic decisions and went to more exciting schools. Her connections with Kelly and Mark underwent a sea change at that time of profound misery. A strong bond of friendship developed as it progressed from a parent-child interaction. "Yes, that's about the time I began to feel as though I didn't care about anyone's opinion but my parents'. This dependence," she revealed, "wasn't merely for solace. For the sake of the pure facts, it was done." Lola has said that her parents are the most critical listeners to her music. She has stated in interviews that her parents are the most forthright about her music. "They will inform me if they think it doesn't sound good. I was relieved to see that they loved it and had a positive reaction to it." While Lola was a college student, Kelly's strict loving parenting style, which she has talked about extensively, was on full show. Although she lives only a short train trip from her parents' New York City home and attends New York University, a stringent rule was implemented by Kelly. Kelly explained to Ryan Searist on Live that she was treating it like long distance. "You are not welcome at home, I must tell her. Find a way to make it work." She followed her heart and made her own way in the world, with the unwavering support of her family. That was not all Lola did at NYU. She joined the ranks of notable alumni like Maggie Rogers, who have come out of the very selective and renowned Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music. There was no celebrity involved with this. Academically and creatively, it was a major undertaking. With artists like Amy Winehouse, SCZA, and Erykah Badu as influences, her work reflects this training and is described as soulful alternative R&B. Compared to conventional pop, Lola's music is completely different. She hesitated to disclose anything until she finally got something that connected with her desired sound, as she told Billboard, even though she allegedly started composing music at 14. Her discography has developed substantially since that sound's 2022 arrival with Paranoia Silver Lining, Divine Timing, and Rolls 2023 and The Watcher 2024 were her subsequent works. She most recently dropped a single called Lola in October 2025. It was the lead single from her upcoming first extended play, Sorry, It's All About Me. True to form, her parents have always stood by her side. When she shares an announcement, her father Mark is quick to respond with a barrage of fire emojis. Even though it's typically given with her trademark comedy, Kelly's support is just as strong. No, I said release the music, playfully echoing the anticipation of her fans. Kelly famously responded when Lola shared an Instagram photo dump earlier this year. She fell in love with London while studying abroad, and now that city is predominantly where that music is being made. She and her lover, Cassius Kidston, have made it their second home for the last 2 years. The 25-year-old Kidston does not hail from the entertainment industry. He, too, studied sports management at New York University. He is a British sports talent sales assistant for the CIA's Creative Arts Agency. He comes from a famous family in the UK, but for different reasons. His father, Simon Kidston, is well known as a classic vehicle dealer, and his cousin, Kath Kidston, is a prominent designer. Lola described their love tale on her mother's podcast, and it sounds like a Hollywood script. The Invisible String Theory, which proposes that soulmates are bound together even before they meet, is something she wholeheartedly believes in. While on vacation together, she and Cash happened to cross paths on a tiny island, she said. From the time they were little children, their families had been going in opposite directions. They were constantly there at different times, but it's weird that we both grew up traveling to this tiny island, she explained. The locals have known us both since we were kids, but they probably wouldn't have guessed that this tall, pale Swiss boy was dating Lola from New York. She added a twist to the story by saying it wasn't love at first sight. She acknowledged, smiling, that they got over their initial dislike of each other quickly, which is why they rarely fight today. Her prominent New York family life is balanced out by her robust personal life in London. Michael and Joaquin, her 2 brothers, are part of this reality. In the Conwello home, there is a long-running joke about Lola being the favorite and having greater care and sustenance. Kelly makes this joke about it. There is a strong, supportive sibling bond between Michael, 28, and Joaquin, 22, despite the fact that they may be wearing worn-out hand-me-downs. This was made quite clear in her most recent single. Joaquin, her younger brother and a member of the University of Michigan wrestling team, deviated from his customary modesty to make a public appearance. In his Instagram stories, he excitedly shared the artwork for Lola's latest single, showing support in a subtle but impactful way. Due to their extreme closeness, the 3 siblings have set up their own secret group chat where they can avoid their overprotective parents. Lola just came clean about the fact that the official family chat is called Fam in It, a term that Mark and Kelly borrowed from the program Top Boy. Oh, how embarrassing. Lola just confessed that Michael went and I have a group chat named Family. How embarrassing. What makes Lola Conwellos unique is her combination of humor, real devotion, and stubborn independence. Thus, we return to the original post about the one nightgown horse. This isn't your average selfie. It beautifully captures her transformation into the lady she is now. Intimate and passionate songwriting is like a nightgown. The reliant child who, with the help of her parents, discovered her singing voice in the solitude of a recording studio. The free-spirited woman who rode her horse across the sea, settled in London, and discovered love by an unseen thread is symbolized by the horse in the meadow. Simply being the daughter of famous TV personalities is no longer enough to define her. Lola Consuelos is an R&B influenced performer who received her training at New York University. She has a strong sense of purpose, a loving family, and a tale that is ultimately her own.